Hey, what's up, everybody? Todd, running the Flippin' Hustler. Well, it looks like it's been about a week. Where have I been? Working. That's what I do. So, let's see here. I'm going to bring you up to speed. I've made myself some notes because I'm still a rookie at doing these. I do like one a week, right? So, this is Flippin' Hustler video number 15. Talk about the past week. Well, let's see here. We had snow twice, which was awesome. I love the snow. We've got probably a foot of snow, on the ground, on the grass. The concrete, it's all dried out, pretty much. But yeah, there's snow, and that's whatever, just hit the snow blower and done. But I am ready for spring. Definitely ready for spring. I've got big plans. We're gonna I'm gonna paint the house, put new fixtures as far as the lights, and just do some exterior improvements, which is a long time coming, but for a long time I didn't have time to do it. Now this summer I'm gonna have time because I'm limiting myself to 1 to 2 cars a week to detail, which is whatever. The eBay, which is my whole life, as far as work goes. Then the rest of the time I can just spend outside, and I think I need some of that sun, man. Whew. It's long winters, but that's okay. That's what keeps me entertained is eBay, because like I said in one of my other videos, as eBayers know, if you're, I'm not necessarily full-time, and I consider myself full-time. I'm not making full-time money yet because I was watching this video about the prices sucking on eBay. Your prices suck, my prices suck, everybody's prices suck. And I was like, nah, I can't be. And I said, you know what? Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, might be right. Let me go check it out. So I'm going through some of my listings, and I'm like, my prices suck. So, I think what it comes down to is sometimes we get so involved in let's get it listed, get it listed, get it listed. Even if we've done our research, you can't research every single thing. You can't always find everything that is exactly like the product you're selling. Sometimes you're too high, sometimes you're too low. You never know. But the bottom line is what? The bottom line is that my prices sucked. They were too high. And in some cases, they were too low. So I started editing. It was like 6 in the morning ish. I'm editing. And I'm thinking, you know what? There's got to be another way to do this. So what I did was, I was like, okay, I'm going to my promotions. I'll do a 20% off 500 items. Okay? Because sales, man, have been slow. And it's my fault. Totally. And I'll get into that a little bit later why. Like I said, eBay's been a learning process for sure. But here's the deal. I put a 20% sale on 500 items. I sold 2 overnight. So this is basically less than 24 hours. I sold 2 overnight, and I've got interest on a bra, which is pretty cool. And I'm sure if I, because when I do these, I shut everything off. In the morning, there is a period where I shut everything off. I'll unplug the Wi-Fi from the wall, just so it's just, to me, it's silent. There's no other energy. There's just silence. And I enjoy that. But then other times I got to crank up some music and put on The Cure. But I digress, as all I do, or you all know that I do. My prices suck, but whatever. So this is what sold. This is a pair of Levi's. I've had these in my stock for about a month, maybe. I don't know. I think I probably even did a video on this. They're going to somewhere in Indiana. So thank you very much for that sale. They got a good value. What did I sell them for? Well, they paid shipping on them too. And the shipping was like 8 some change, after eBay's discount and stuff. So they were heavy, man. But I made like 16 bucks on them. But, remember, I paid $1 for them. So that's the name of the game. Buy low, sell high, do the best you can. The other thing I sold was a cribbage game. Cribbage. It's a vintage one, but it's like mint condition. And this is going to go to somewhere in Clarkston. Clarkston, was that Michigan? Yeah, it must be Michigan. So this is going to have a good time there, I'm sure. But this has been in my inventory for probably 6 months. Games. So now I'm going to get into why. Why did I put a 20% sale? What's the reasoning? Why would you just say, I'm going to put every 20%? Well, A, it's time. You got it. Sometimes you just have to move some products. But the main reason is right here, number 2. Where's my coffee? Let me grab my coffee. I don't have any music to play in the background while I grab my coffee, so I'll just do. Where did I put my coffee? Oh, there it is. Right on. Here's my coffee. All right, folks. I'm back. Excuse me. Pardon my absence for a sec. Fill her up. Give her a little warmer upper. Ah, man, I love these old things like this. Remember these? Back from like Village Inn and stuff. I have 2 of these. One's mine and one's for sale. But it just keeps your coffee warm. It doesn't get burnt. I was just sitting there all day because I just sip on coffee all day. But I need to right now. Okay, I had to because what I'm about to tell you really, it's hard to admit, but that's how we learn is from other people's mistakes. And trust me, I'm someone who tries really hard at everything I do. If you were to Google my name, Todd Rendon, Rendon, you would find that I've been in sales for a long time. I was a manager at Men's Warehouse. I was a finance manager and internet manager at a dealership. I had multiple businesses. I owned a party bus and limousine company for about a decade. I've always been a hustler. And then, once I left the corporate world, started the detail shop, it slowed down. I'm just give you a quick backstory. It slowed down. I started a detail shop. Left the dealership, started a detail shop, didn't do any advertising, did all referrals from my customers that I sold, hundreds of cars to. Because I stay in contact with them. With some of them, I still stay in contact. Some of them are probably watching this right now. Yeah, it's true. But when it slowed down in November, I was like, what am I going to do? So I started an eBay store. Fast forward to now. Well, no, let's back up to March of 2016, I guess? 17? Shit. I don't know. Kitty's in the way. Anyway, I'd been on for, 3 months. And April 20th, I guess it was 2017, I became top-rated seller. And I'm like, woohoo, top-rated seller, yeah. And then I kind of let it slide. I rested on my laurels. You've heard that expression. I think it's an old term, resting on your laurels. Just like cash on the barrelhead. Yeah, I did. My mom came up. We ended up, getting everything organized. We spent basically 2 months getting stuff organized. I'm not blaming my mom. She helped me get a lot of stuff organized. But I was more focused on hanging out with my mom, She was up from Colorado for, a couple months. And so we got everything organized. But I let it slide. So then I was on the comeback, start listing more, selling more. And I'm listing like crazy, getting stuff sold and feedback. And everything's going good. And then in December 2017, I think it started in like November and then December. At that point, I'd been in the game for about a year. And things that I had listed a year ago, I just kept going in and sell similar and do my revisions, thinking, oh yeah, I've got it back here, Guess what? There were 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Man, at this point, learn from my lessons of mistakes. Trust me, I have plans, so it's all good. I'm not worried about it. That's why I can talk to you about it, because I have a plan. And it's a lesson. It's a big speed bump that someone had to learn. I'm sure others have learned, but I'm telling you about it. I couldn't find, 6 items initially It all ended at the end of December, I think, and I couldn't find. There was a total of like 8 items. But you got to remember, I got 600 items up here for sale. I've got stuff now; it's organized. But these items that were sold, they had been pictured, set somewhere. Fast forward in time, this whole area's evolved into this what it is now, and those things got put back in a box with all the rest of the back stock inventory that I could reach into and just grab from. And it was so deep in there. I mean, I spent hours looking for stuff and I could not find it. Guess what? A few days later, I'd find the thing because I never stopped looking until I find it. But I'd eventually find it. But it was too late. It was too late. Sometimes you have to cancel the order, and that's what I ended up doing. I look as long as I can, figuring, okay, well, yeah, I'll get a late hit, but a late hit might be better than a you can't find it hit. Well, and I took too many hits. Bottom line, Trend and Treasures is below standard. Can you believe that? Below standard. I called eBay and I'm like, hey man, check this out. This is, if you look back in my history, because they have all your notes and everything right there on their computer. Look, you can see what kind of reputation I have is from my feedback. It says Todd is awesome, basically. And so I'm like, so this is what happened. I have a plan. This is what I'm going to do. Is there anything you can do for me? They said, well, no, there's nothing we can do. Basically, what you need to do is sell more products. Get through 36 items quickly, as fast as possible, and sell at least 38 items as fast as possible to pull it out of that negative, because, from here forward, I know where everything's at. It's all organized. Get those things sold. It'll go back up to top, or above standard, and then top again. So let's say let's right here on live recorded on 2/28/18. I'm going to say my goal for when's it going to be? You know what? Why don't we do this? I'm going to set up 2 goals. One is, how long is it going to take me to reach 1,000 active listings? Okay. Number 2 is, how long is that going to take, or when? And the second one is, what is the second one? Oh, I want you guys, whoever's watching, say, hey Todd, let's see if you can. I want to challenge. Someone challenge me, because that might help me too, and it might help you, because then you'll see me doing it, and then you'll say, hey, maybe if he's doing it, I can do it. Not everybody is below standard. The guys I watch, not below standard. It was one of those things, man. It was that learning curve that first year. So if I can help any newbies, I don't consider myself a newbie. I'm more like first year in. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. No, I'm not a soldier. Soldiers get respect, man. I didn't mean military soldiers. I meant like, a soldier in a group. But I retract all that. I'm none of those. I'm just a guy who tries to sell on eBay, and that's it. That's it. Give me a goal, and I'll shoot for that. But I bet I can do it by, what is this? You know what? Let's say by my mom's birthday. By May 11th, 2018, I will be at my 1,000. Okay? So that's what that is. And I will be at top standard, or top rated. Okay? So by May 11th, or no, let's say May 20th, I'll be at 1,000 by May 11th, and by May 20th, because that's when my whatever that ratings or whatever comes through every month on the 20th. So say by May 20th, I should be top rated. All right, guys, whoever's watching this now or later or in the future, who knows when. Today is the 28th of February, 2018. So that's that. But the whole moral is, guys, if you're just starting out, get organized. It'll save you in the long run, because I was kicking butt out the gate, and then I screwed up. I didn't screw up. I made a mistake. Happens. Life. So all that said, let's see what's next on my list. So below standard, but I'm going shooting for the top, baby, because you know how I do. Let's see here. Bad deal. Explain why. Okay. I told you about the sales. Today I'm going to be doing some picturing on, last time I made a video I was doing shoes. And I did get some shoes listed, like, 10 pair or something. And I got burned out on them. They're just not fun. Because it's a lot of cleaning, it's just, I go through phases where I like things and I don't like things. And so then I put that item away, whatever that genre is. And I'll grab some toys or grab some ladies' clothes or some whatevers. And change it up. Because I'm the kind of guy, I got to change stuff, man. I got to keep it going. So that's that. I'm going to be busting out Mrs. Mannequin. I took her out last night, actually. Rearranged the lights, moved everything back. I'm constantly rearranging, organizing, and that kind of stuff. And that's the only way to stay on top of stuff, because the more you touch stuff and the more you look at your inventory, when you sell it, you'll be like, oh yeah, it's right there. Oh yeah, it's right there. Because there's nothing worse than searching for inventory. What else I can talk about? Oh yeah. So there was a video I made a while back, a couple videos ago, I think, and I was all butthurt on this hat that I bought, and whatever. But yeah, color me dumb, Todd, you're dumb, because they're super duper cool, man, super duper cool. I had said something about how the shipping label was just cut in half. Well, hell yeah, if I'm selling $100,000 a month, I don't have time for done. So I could respect that now. Now it's like a whole new different thing. It's a different way of looking at it. Like, okay, yeah, this guy's on it, and it's not him, or it is him, but he's got people working for him, which is, I'll get into that. Okay, so I had said, I might send this back, I might not, because at that point it was early in the morning. I was human. I'm human, Pete. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean no disrespect at all. Period. You and Adrian and Vicky rock. That's it. That little hat is cool. Check it out. I sent it back to him, and I put it in a poly mailer with a return poly mailer in plastic, or I put it in plastic, put it in poly mailer, put a return in both so that they could send it back. I put stamps on it so they could just send it right back. And I had asked them, or actually, you know what? I didn't even ask them. I sent it, and then I Googled where they are, because they have a huge store down in Illinois. And is it Illinois or Illinois? I think it's Illinois. So I called him. I found a phone number and I called. I was like, shh. I have it in my phone actually as Craigslist Hunter. That's who it is. So I called him up, and dude answered, but I think it was what's that other guy's name? I think it's Eric, Jason. I could be wrong, man. I'm sorry if I can't remember your name. But I talked to this guy, and he's like, I said, yeah, this is Todd Rendon, and I bought a hat from you guys from eBay, and it sounded like he was busy. I was like, do you have 30 seconds to talk about it? And he's like, actually, here, you talk to my boss. I'm like, oh, boy. I'm about to talk to Pete, Craigslist Hunter, oh, my God. And dude gets on the phone, and it was Adrian. But he sounds a lot like his brother. He's like, I'm not mocking you. He has an accent, man. It's cool. I dig it. If you watch the videos, I'm not sure what kind of accent it is, but it's cool. And so, like, hey, hello, this is Adrian. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's such an honor to talk to you. You rock, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, here's the deal, man. I'm up here in Minnesota, and I bought this hat, and, I had written it when I purchased it, will you please autograph the top of it for me so I could put it on my wall? And it showed up, and I was so happy it showed up, and it wasn't autographed. I was like, man, really? I was bummed out. But then I was like, you know what? Be proactive, Todd. Don't bitch. Oh, excuse me. I apologize. Don't complain about it. Do something about it. So I sent it back to him. I called him, because you know what? We're all human. We're all accessible. If you wanted to get a hold of me, I bet you could. You'd probably find my number somewhere. It's out there. And so I got it back, and Adrian signed it right here. Boom. Pete, the Craigslist Hunter, signed it right there. And Miss Vicky, right on. Miss Vicky, right there. So, and then it had two stickers. They're like kind of the old school iridescence from like the 70s looking. That's what I remember them as anyways, like on your bike, like the Diamondback stickers. Diamondback Viper. If you're old enough to remember the Diamondback Viper with that kind of sticker, yeah, that was cool. Anyway, it says hustle, excuse me, hustle, hustle. And I'm going to leave them together because that's what you got to do, man. You got to hustle, hustle. So I put this up here. My Casey the Rockstar Flipper shirt, actually, I wear it, man, on a weekly basis. Whenever I need that little extra, come on, Todd, get your shit stuff together. Excuse me once again. My goodness, what's wrong with me? I better go pray. Get your stuff together. I'll put on that shirt, and I'm like, okay, I know what Casey's doing right now. He's working, so that's where I'm be. I'm working. So that's a little inspiration. That is a long video, folks. Almost 21 minutes. By the time I say goodbye and stuff, it's going to be 21 minutes. So if you made it this far, that's cool, man. Even if you fast forwarded it, whatever, that's cool. So as Caroline, my love, says, subscribe, like, if you liked it, like it. Just put the like. And if you want to know when I have more crap to say, press subscribe. And then hit that little notification bell. Don't plan on something every day. I'll be straight up. It's not going to happen. I say that I want to do something every day, but I'm juggling over here between everything. And it's just not possible for me. Maybe that should be my other goal. Here, let's put a number 3 goal. Let's do a video every other day. Is that fair? Every other day? Okay. Other day. See, and if you don't write stuff down, look, I've got a book that I keep my thoughts, my notes, my life in. Because if you don't write it down and don't have a plan, where are you going? Don't know, right? So, hit subscribe, hit the bell, share. Todd Rendon, Flippin' Hustler. My store on eBay is what? Trendon Treasures. That's TRENDON Treasures. Have a good day. Bye.